Day 66. Ooh, this tunnel echoes so loud. We're in another animal bridge. Managed to get by with sleeping on top of it without incident, except for there was no sleeping. This road never stops. Oh my God. But we're up and going before the mosquitoes start. So that's awesome. We should be in Kremmling soon. Maybe 5 miles. And then hot coffee and breakfast. Yay. So we've been walking along this high fence line. This is the second county. Miles and miles. We've passed residences, a lumber yard, a state wildlife area. This fence has passed in front of all of those. But yet, according to Rob from Blue Valley Ranch, which is the property we were on last night, unknown to ourselves, because there were no signs indicating that. We were supposed to know that we shouldn't go on the other side of this fence. We don't even know where it ends yet. But yeah, I just assumed that because this fence is so long and went across 2 counties so far and has passed in front of all kinds of different places, businesses, residences, public lands, that it was a state initiative or program to help wildlife, not a billionaire's project. My bad. So this is the same gate, the same sign, the same fence that was on the Blue Valley Ranch property that we entered yesterday, not knowing that we were trespassing. The only difference between this gate and that gate was that that gate had a padlock on it and this one doesn't, and apparently you can open it. This is BLM land, as far as I'm aware, according to publiclands.org. And again, along this entire fence, there's no indication, and especially at the Blue Valley Ranch area, that you're entering private property. I'm so irritated by this whole thing. Like, I feel like if you don't want people to come onto your land and it's private property, put up signs, especially when you have a fence that runs miles and miles and miles along a state highway in front of every kind of, basically every kind of entity there is. That is public lands, as far as I know. I'm gonna double check when we go to the BLM office. But when I checked the publiclands.org map yesterday, it showed that BLM touches the highway on this side, just south of Kremmling, which is right there. So yesterday, that dude Rob was giving me attitude that I should have known, or I should have somehow been aware that this was a private fence constructed by a private entity or a corporation or whatever, and it shouldn't be crossed. But same sign, same gates, all along the entire way. That's actually a county road right there. Same gate, same sign. Fuck you, Rob. Hey, it's the Colorado River. Oh my goodness. I haven't seen the Colorado River in Colorado. This is actually pretty awesome. It's huge here. Same fence goes all the way up to the Colorado River. Oh, it's beautiful out here. The birds are out getting ready to eat some mosquitoes. Good job, birds. Go team. Oh my God, they ate the hell out of my face last night. This is gorgeous. Wow. Just stand here and appreciate this for a minute. These birds, these swallows, bridge swallows going nuts. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. Oh my gosh. Get 'em, birds. This is probably the most mosquito-free area around. I could watch these guys all day, but one of these cars probably hit me on this bridge. Oh my gosh, just gorgeous. It's a beautiful morning out here. They come so close that when a car comes, they kind of take off. And they take off. Big car, like stay away, and then when it starts chilling out, they come back again. These birds are awesome. Here we are entering the illustrious town of Kremmling, Colorado. We got to come in the way we wanted, despite our little mishap last evening. We didn't want to come into town last night because we didn't want to spend the money for a room. We can't really afford it. So, even though we had to sleep basically on a wildlife bridge or adjacent to it, we still are exercising our freedom to do this walk on our own terms. For the most part, happy days. I think this might be the car we were in the back of last night. Looks like it's parked in front of an apartment building. What's up, Mike? Well, this is a cool repurposing of an old motel or motor lodge. Kremmling kind of reminds me of one of those towns that just like, it used to be a booming, probably mining town or something, or railroad town, and then it fell on hard times, and now it's trying to reinvent itself as like a cultural and art place. It's actually really cool. I like how they did the colors. So trying to find a route from Kremmling back to the trail. It looks like Chimney Rock is the closest geographical feature to the trail due north from here back to the CDT. But since I'm looking at Gaia and I can no longer trust Gaia, I had to walk. I'm walking out to the BLM office to get maps. They don't have maps for the forest at the Chamber of Commerce in town. And unfortunately, the BLM office is like almost a mile on the edge of town. So I walked over here. I left Nightcrawler with the packs. There's a pavilion behind the visitor center, which is really nice. Has outlets and whatnot. So I could run down here and pick up maps, find what I can find. My friend Hobbit from the AT last year lives in Denver, and he's on his way to the vicinity. He wants to do some trail magic for us. We have no idea where we're going, where we're going to be. He found some routes, but they all include highway walking, which we're not going to do if we can avoid it. And it looks like we can, so hopefully we can meet up at some point today, but that's just one other thing to have to consider while we're figuring things out. All right, well, that was a reasonably successful visit. I ended up having to buy a map of the Route National Forest. I think it actually includes Medicine Bow as well, because that includes, like, the route actually itself is more or less on BLM and state lands, but the BLM map doesn't have any of the road numbers marked. It's a pretty crappy map. It was free, so you get what you pay for. So I ended up having to buy the official Forest Service map. They raised the prices on those. They're $14 per forest now. What the hell? So that's another thing I'll be mailing out when we get to Steamboat Springs, probably, and because I'm not going to need to carry it any longer than probably tomorrow. So now I'm on my way back to town. Another bonus mile. Ugh, good grief. But they were super helpful, and you know, they didn't have a ton of information. to BLM office, so they didn't know much about the forest or the national forest, but whatever, most of this route's on BLM anyway. And mainly what I'm interested in is being on public lands and off of private property. So, mission accomplished. Well, I got a new dress. Yay! No holes, not see-through, not filthy. Very exciting. $5 at the thrift shop here. Last time round, new and used in Kremmling, Colorado. Really nice ladies in there. Prince Valiant here got his hair did. He's all beautiful again. Nice. And we just ran into the guy that actually called the cops on us last night, which is kind of hilarious. He was super apologetic. He walked up, he's like, "What's up, troublemakers?" He was cool. So we chatted with him for a while, and yeah, just had a little chat about last night. All's well that ends well. Turned out fine. We got our route to get back to trail. We got Hobbit, who's planning to meet us with some dinner and some coffee for the crawler and some brews for Missy here. So all in all, it's been a great day. We didn't get much sleep last night though, so we're probably like gonna just knock out wherever we meet Hobbit at Antelope Pass. I think it's like 9 miles out of town. First though, we gotta hit the Family Dollar to get a little bit of resupply and hit the Come and Go, my favorite name store in Colorado, the KUM and Go. So Nightcrawler can hopefully get some new sunglasses because his are ruined. And chocolate milk. We're gonna drop back into the visitor center and see if Tara here will let us top off our water bottles, but I just love that the business of the month is a liquor store. They sell more booze than hay. Well, that was a quick stop. She must be out to lunch. So we're heading out of town. Yay! This was a great town stop though. I actually really like Kremmling. It's kind of a cool place. A little bit trashy, a little bit divey, but they're trying. They're trying. All right. Totally successful stop. New glasses. Thank God it's bright as out here. New dress. Even got a new smart water bottle for my dirty bottle. What? You know, since the Chamber of Commerce was closed, I figured it was time for us to upgrade everything. But now we are heading out to find this road, this county road that's supposed to get us up north out of here. Thanks for everything, Kremmling. It's been a fantastic experience. The shortest way to our road is no trespassing. Fuck. So we were finally on a county road, actually in public lands. God damn, I'm so happy to be back on public lands. Even though it's hot as shit out here, completely exposed sagebrush. But hey, there's still mosquitoes. What the fuck?
Yay!
Oh my God, this is some bullshit. I was hoping we'd get up out of there. Maybe once we get behind a hill. I don't know how these guys are fighting us. It's broad daylight, mid 80s, full sun, and we still have mosquitoes. This is a special kind of hell. We're in the Wolford Mountain area now. In the we were trying to be in the tiny bit of shade, but that's where all the damn mosquitoes are. So we're still just out pretty much in the open sun. There's no cover anywhere out here. It's hot. Apparently, there's an endangered plant out here somewhere. Oops, where is it? Oh yeah, the Osterhout milk vetch is native only to this area. And it describes what the plant looks like, but even though it's got pictures of, like, I think everyone knows what a mountain lion looks like, and deer and whatnot, there's not a picture of the plant. So, like, you may or may not see this endangered plant. You'll never know. We're going through an open OHV area. Yay. At least it's not the weekend, so it won't be so busy. And, you know, thank goodness shooting is prohibited, because that would suck. Woo. Just one little razor out here. So we didn't have to go through that OHV area after all, or up any of those ridiculous hills. I was like, what? That's not what I'm seeing on my topo map. Anyway, we're on the right track. I thought this road led just to that gate, and I was like, oh my God, I got like PTSD about fucking gates now. So Hobbit found us on the road. What? Oh my God, he got here so much faster than I figured he would. But it was awesome. Out here in the sun, ice cream sandwich, a Gatorade, and yay! Oh my God, road beer, and it's a tall boy. And he's gonna slack pack us for a little bit. Oh my God, it's gonna make this walking out here with the mosquitoes and in the sun so much easier. It's so great to see him and catch up a little bit. I can't wait to spend some more time with him. It's a pretty little oasis down here. And now we know where all the mosquitoes are coming from. These little bastards. Hey, there goes Hobbit. He's cruising ahead to, we were just in Horse Gulch. Now we're making our way to Cow Gulch, where there's supposed to be water right along the road. And we figured we didn't even think about getting slack packed. So we can actually cruise a lot easier now. But Cow Gulch has got water right nearby. We figure, you know, if mosquitoes are gonna be biting our shit, we might as well be cool and wet too, rather than hot, wet, and eaten alive. That's right. Public lands. That's our lands. We can do whatever we want in here, including hike with beer. Yay! It's hard to see, but oh my God, the mosquitoes are just insane. This is nuts. We're down in Cow Gulch. We stopped because there's actually a spot of shade in here. It is incredibly hot. We are in the desert. What is with these mosquitoes? I don't understand at all. I've never experienced anything like this, and they do not give a shit about my Bugs Away shirt. I'll tell you that right now. Ex officio, you're getting a strongly worded email. I haven't even washed this shirt yet, so theoretically it should be at full strength. But oh my God, this is just ridiculous. Hobbit came up here. We were gonna stop and like take a break and get some water. Hobbit turned around and was just like, just to let you know, I went down to, there's water, but the mosquitoes are insane, so I'm gonna meet you at the pass. We're like, all right. And sure enough, oh my God, it is just miserable. Ugh. So we were on the road. We opted to try and take this little shortcut trail that looks like it walks up a dry stream bed up to the road that ultimately we were going to get to anyway, but in a more direct way. There's a teeny tiny bit of shade, and because it's a dry creek bed, hopefully fewer mosquitoes, but I mean, so far, there's still plenty of mosquitoes. Here's hoping. And so even though there was a trail leading up this creek bed and a bunch of dirt bike tracks, it ends at a fence. Now I know what that means, because there actually is a line on the topo, but it's ridiculous. This is still BLM, it's just for cows. So now we're just doing a little bushwhacking, because we're supposed to be in that gully right there. But we're gonna try and find our way back into the hole. Doesn't seem to matter. The mosquitoes are up here too. They do not care. Okay. Our little cross-country bushwhack was not horrible. I mean, the animals definitely made tracks for us. But, oh my God, so many dead things in that gully back there. So somebody was excited. He enjoyed that. We did find the road. It was a little bit shorter, straighter shot. And yay! Take off some miles. I already did bonus miles today. Walking to that BLM office and back. I don't really want to do anymore. And I know that at Antelope Pass, there's pizza and more beer. And it's fucking hot out here. Oh my God. I'd love to get to some place where there's a goddamn tree. However, there are more mosquitoes under the trees, but frankly, it doesn't really matter. They're everywhere. I've never seen anything like this. I spent a lot of my life in the desert. I have never seen such vicious, ferocious mosquitoes. It's horrible. But at least we're on the right track for now. Yay! So this is our walk back to the trail. Oh, it looks like maybe in a mile, 2 miles, there might be one bush we'd have to go off the road to sit under. Holy crap. It is like barren out here. And yet, oh, well, there's a bulldozer and mosquitoes. What the fuck? At least there's a little bit of a breeze up here, so that's nice. There's fewer mosquitoes. Somebody's taking advantage of that to get a little sun on the rest of his person. Oh my God. All I can say is that these mosquitoes do not appear to give one shit about my permethrin infused clothing from Ex Officio. They are on me like stink on shit. Whew. Some pretty expansive views up here. Up in the middle of nowhere. This road is incredibly well graded considering it's a road in the middle of nowhere. And hills around. Actually, there's towers up there. I got 4 bars LTE, bitches. And 10,000 mosquitoes biting me. We're in the last stretch to get to Antelope Pass. Kind of digging the fact that it appears to be downhill. What's up with that? Actually, I think that might be it there. Straight forward in the distance, I see something shiny. I don't know, I guess we'll see when we get there. Well, we're still being tormented by mosquitoes, which is odd, because we're in the desert. Again, that being an anomaly in and of itself. Also, no, oh wait, there's some water. I spoke too soon. What the crap? All of these 10 million mosquitoes can't have come from that tiny little irrigation ditch. Oh, I feel bad for Hobbit, because he went to the pass ahead of us, and I highly doubt he had enough gas in his car to just sit in there with the AC on, which is what I would want to do, with the windows sealed up tight. Oh my gosh. Poor guy. I gave him some of my picaridin to smear on before he took off, though. I actually left it in the car, so hopefully, it's supposed to be like 14 hours. They actually really don't like the picaridin, so that's nice, because I sure don't want to put on DEET. But oh my God, these mosquitoes are almost as bad as the big cypress mosquitoes. It might actually be worse because they're a little faster and they can fly a little bit higher. I'm used to the ones that, mostly the ones I see are the ones that can't really get much higher than, like, well, my waist. I'm short, whatever. But these seem to just go wherever the hell they want. I've eaten at least 2 in the last day. Mosquitoes. We were supposed to be getting a little bit high and a little bit dry to get away from those little fuckers. No, joke on us. I spotted Hobbit's car, so he hasn't abandoned us, which I would not have blamed him for at all, because the mosquitoes are bitches out here. Oh my God. Murderous. Well, they're making me feel murderous anyway. But oh my God. See his car? Antelope Pass is fairly nondescript as passes go. Doesn't really seem like there's much of anything going on out here. There's crossroads. At this point, I can't even remember which way we're going from here, but I knew we were passing it, so what the hell? But yeah, down that way, there's cows. Well, of course there are cows. There's always cows. Cows every day. Unless you're in a very high dollar resort area, then no cows for you, except on your plate. And I'm guessing maybe where his car is, where Antelope Pass is, like just over this ridge right ahead of us. Maybe you can see down the other side of the valley, but I hope there's a breeze there. Hope there's a fire ring there. And I've already agreed, actually it was my idea again, to wake up hella early and get the hell out of here because it is hot, open, exposed, and buggy. None of these conditions are fun for hiking. So, and it's just walking roads. And so far all the roads have been really good, really well graded. So I don't mind doing that in the dark. That's the plan for tomorrow. And it's like not even 7 o'clock yet. So we're gonna get to go to bed early, catch up on the sleep we didn't get last night. And man, get north. Hopefully fewer mosquitoes. Oh my gosh, I would go back to the snow, although I know there's mosquitoes there too. I hope they don't follow us north. I hope we just knock out a season with them. They're 2 weeks, whatever, and we can be done with it. Because, oh my gosh, I'm all for donating blood, but only for the right causes, you know what I'm saying? Would you look at this shit? Oh my God, I don't know if you can see these mosquitoes, but this is like the worst swarm I have ever seen. They're on everybody, everywhere. These fuckers know how to break up a party. So unfortunately, we're having to say goodbye to Hobbit, who is fantastic. And I love him so much for coming up and hooking us up, and especially for suffering with us. You know, not having to, but willingly suffering with us to hang out and just oh my God, provide the best trail magic ever. Thank you so much, Hobbit. You're the best. I don't know if you can hear that high-pitched whining noise, but it's the sound of 100 million mosquitoes flying around outside of the tent. That one is dead. Well, it just one is for dinner. But ultimately we would die because that's a lot of blood. More blood than a human has, I think. Holy fuck. I have never experienced mosquitoes this bad. Not in Big Cypress. Not in South Carolina. Not in the Sierra. Not in New York last year on the AT. Never. This is oh my God. It's just insane. And somehow we were lucky enough to get in here, just fanning things around like crazy, because there are literally swarms of them out there on all of us, on each of us. When Hobbit was here, they were swarming him as well. We had to leave. We had to, send him home, or he had to take off because they were just so bad. It was just out of control. But oh my God, I have never ever seen anything like this. But magically, only one appeared to have gotten into the tent with us. Still not sure how that happened, but we got super lucky. And I did put duct tape up into the corners where the Nemo tent tore away from the body. So they can't get in there. We're pretty much airtight, but oh my God. Yeah, we're super close because we can't really touch the walls. And the sun's still up, so it's fucking hot in here. Well, who needs to go to Scandinavia for a sauna? We can just have one right here. And we have our own hideous soundtrack to go with it. It's a lovely sunset we're having that we can't enjoy in the fresh air outside, because all of those are mosquitoes and they want us. Oh my God. Horrifying. God, I hope I don't have to pee again for a long time. Well, since it's almost 9, and we're going to get up at 3 o'clock to get out of here to avoid the morning version of this. Nothing like a beautiful sunset and a little bit of time with a good friend who suffered with us unnecessarily but voluntarily for a while until none of us could handle it anymore. I'm going to bed. Good night.